Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 20. No. Switch. Check. Alert.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 43. Check
Run left.
54, right there. 54 mile. You can't block me.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Green 80.
Check right 54. Line 54. Good track.
There.
Check 6 guys. Check nickel. Check
Check 6. One left.
They run with Hines. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
You got tight right there. Go.
0-0. Gun tight.
Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check it back. Tighten up. Go. Motion.
On second down now, it's Hines. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Deeper.
On third down, Hines. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. Watch the twist.
50. Hey.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Here we go. Tight end left.
On third down, Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
57's right. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Yo, check 13. Monday. Check the hot read. Check 15. Check 15.
To throw again, Stafford. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Haywood. Check. Watch 54. Strip the ball.
To the air again, Stafford. Caught by Nelson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hey, give me a radar. Check. Crunch. Joker.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He completes this one to Mack. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To Johnson again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Run left. Run left.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
25. 25.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Come on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen.
Third and 2, now Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Look left. Look left.
Check, check. Lucky. Lucky. Lucky.
Throwing is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
Look left. Look left.
This is Hines. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, 0-0-0.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Watch out. Watch out.
Check.
Check. Good dash.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Shift. Watch the shift. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
32.
Check back 33. Check back.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch QB. Hurry. Watch QB jump. Hey, switch.
Big 20.
Back.
SOS.
From the gun, Stafford. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here I come. Here I come. 59. 21.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurry!
From the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignment. Down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Alert! 21!
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Run left, run left. One left, one left.
Me, I got this.
They'll try the left side. Hines. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Slam, slam, slam. Mike 54.
And let's pin the mirror.
Now it's Wilson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
And 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Tempo.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. On those sneaks, Charles, so many arms, bodies in there. Tough to protect it. You see it there.
And you and I both know that behind closed doors, coaches just call that careless. You know you're going into a mass of bodies, and they're going to be reaching for the football, and you're taught just to get low, protect the ball, and just drive forward and get what little yardage you need. In this case, let the ball get away from his body. It got knocked free.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Flores.
Check safety. Check safety.
Hey, 0.
Check three.
On 1st down, it's Hines. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
White. Hey, Foxtrot.
You. Hey,
check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, 54. Go.
Second turn.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Come on, fellas.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now Stafford, screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
At the 32-yard line.
Hey, 280. Mike 7.
Screen. Pass. Mike 6.
Alert.
33. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing again is Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
33. 65. 65.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Check. Kill.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check. Fresno.
Omaha, ready, move. Hey, orbit.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Check Mike. Shift. Deuce.
Again, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. So they will go for it. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in Touchdown, Seattle. Naeem Hines, 52 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
53, ready. 5.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
36,
22.
Bravo.
33. Rabbit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
53.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Y'all playing the wrong foot.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Stafford. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Back to throw, Stafford. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They begin the drive with Hines. And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Nyheim Hines, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. You got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
59! Hey, Charlie!
33. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Stafford on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, echo! Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's coming, double up. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 43.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
One left, one left.
Check 9, check 9.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check nickel, nickel.
Check 52.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Double dog, that's the way. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
To throw again, Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
54. Here we go, D.
Zebra.
Defense.
Alert.
All day. Watch the edge.
To the air again, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10. Stafford, catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford lets it go for Nelson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Double right.
Throwing again. Stafford is going to fire one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on 1st down. Hines, he finds an opening past the 40, and finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Good job right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Fair, fair. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Go, go, go.
Let's go right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss play, it's Hines. He'll have another 1st down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 23-yard run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL.